Well, cover time, friends. How y'all doing? It is, what's today? Wednesday? I about forgot. Oh, that coffee's good, Mama. This tea's gonna be good. I'm drinking coffee and tea tonight. Mama just fixed fresh tea. We're having leftovers, but totally different. Well, not totally, but very different. We're having one slice of bread with that leftover roast beef, mashed potatoes, and gravy. These are green beans that Mama's fixed, and that's leftover deviled eggs.
Clean up day.
And it's delicious. Look here. That's as good as downtown, folks. I remember we used to have a little place you could get open face roast beef sandwiches. They were great.
Yeah.
Let's bless them, Mama. We're ready to eat. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you for nourishing our bodies, dear Lord. We thank you for all the blessings. And Lord, we just ask the prayer requests to be answered, all that's you've been turned in, and Lord, and all that is unspoken, dear Lord, we just pray that you'll answer in your time and your will and your glory. Be with us all, watch over us, and put a hedge of protection around us. In your blessed name we pray. Amen. Mm-hmm. All right, Mama. I don't know why we're not set in the right place or something. There we are.
Am I wrong?
Now let's try this. I'm not a big fan of leftover mashed potatoes. Mama, did you do anything special with these taters to make them?
No, I didn't do anything.
That gravy, they taste like fresh
The
made.
gravy was hot. I wasn't expecting
They taste like fresh made. I'm telling you, they're good.
that gravy helps.
That was a good gravy, remember. I'm telling you what, this was not an expensive piece of meat, but you couldn't have found a more tender one. Mama said she put too much coffee in it, she thought, but I believe she hit on something. I believe she put a good amount. That's just right. How much do you think you put? About 25 ounces?
Well, see, I usually pour it in a cup and measure it. Well, I was pouring it out of that thermos, and I just
Chug a load of it?
Yeah, it was quite a bit went in there.
Well, would you say 25 ounces or something like that?
More than a cup. You didn't guess it. More than big cups we drink out of.
Oh, really?
More than
So maybe we'll start putting 2 cups of them. Maybe we haven't been putting enough coffee, because you can't get no better than this meat.
And I cooked it a long time in a crock pot.
Well, you did extra good. Whatever you tapped into here, we want to keep duplicating it.
I cooked it on high for 2 or 3 hours, 2 hours or something. Then I turned it down on low and kept it going.
This is our normal routine. We'll have roast beef, mashed potatoes, corn, green bean. We'll have a lot of stuff. And then we'll have open face sandwiches. Do you all do that? What do you do with your leftover roast beef?
We do this. We do beef stew. We have done barbecue.
We do beef tips and noodles sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes, if it don't have a lot of gravy on it, which this doesn't until we put it on it, we'll put barbecue in it and make pulled pork barbecue. Or sometimes, like now we got enough here, left here, we may put barbecue on that one night and have barbecue nachos. That's really a departure from the original. But these green beans always heat up good, don't they, Mama?
Oh yeah, they're good.
I've not had a bad day. I've just had a busy day.
Trying day, huh?
So I never was so glad to come home and see all this beautiful food sitting here ready to eat.
Well, there wasn't no sense of cooking
Mm-mm.
a bunch more. And then we had last night. Some of it left. I didn't eat it.
The veggies, we can turn those veggies into all kinds of goodies.
And I thought, there ain't no sense of cooking more food.
Those veggies sure was good last night, wasn't they, Mama?
Yeah, they were.
But we'll come up with something to do with those leftover vegetables too. And it'll be tasty.
You gave me so much, I don't know if I could eat all that.
I intend for you to eat every bite of that. What'd you eat for lunch, Mama?
I fixed a weenie and just put mustard in white bread.
Oh, that's good.
And then later on, I ate that banana. That's the reason I told you I wasn't real hungry.
Mama's got she tries to eat every 2 hours or something, a little something. Sometimes she gets a little too in the evening she's hungry, so about 4 o'clock she'll start eating something. Then I come home at 5:30 or 6, and she's like, I ain't that hungry. This tastes as good as it looks.
I hadn't eaten a banana in a long time, so I thought, well, I'll eat a banana.
Well, they almost look too brown for you.
Well, it's got to get there. That's the reason I hurried up and ate one. They're still got a little green on them.
They're about to be too brown. She won't eat them if they're past that right there. Look at that.
Still got green on it.
That's it. Probably today's the last day she'd eat one of them.
It is.
It is.
That's the reason I ate one earlier.
I know how you operate, Mama.
Mm-hmm. And they start tasting like banana.
If they taste like banana, Mama ain't eating them. Kinda, she has the same policy with fish. If it tastes like fish, she don't want it.
I don't care for its taste, but I don't want that fishy taste, you know.
That's as clear as mud.
Well, there's a difference. A real fish.
She don't mind if it's deep fried catfish,
Oh, I can't.
because it tastes like catfish. But if it tastes anything like fish, she won't want it.
It's fishy. I can't eat it. It smells fishy.
If it's shrimp,
Mm-mm.
crab, lobster, count her out. I never, ever hot tuna
Mm-mm.
of any kind, even fresh tuna. She will eat cold tuna out of a can
If it's got enough stuff in it.
if you put some lemon pepper, y'all's lemon pepper in it.
Lime pepper. You like.
Or lime pepper, I mean. But Mama ain't fooling with that business, are you, Mama?
When we went on our trips, we went to, where did we go? I forgot now, but they had a,
Maine?
no, I didn't go to Maine. It wasn't Canada.
Nova
No.
Scotia?
I went,
Didn't you go up
yeah, I went, but it was
New England
down
States last year?
just up in Pennsylvania up through there.
What'd you eat?
I got some that wasn't. There's eating lobster and what's those legs?
Crab legs.
Crab legs and all that stuff.
And you got chicken tenders.
Yeah, where's that? I didn't get that.
Mama's one of them gals that wherever you go, surf and turf, wherever it is. Do you guys have chicken tenders?
In Myrtle Beach one time I ordered is it surf and turf? I ordered a steak. It was so good. If you remember.
You ordered surf and turf, but you asked them if they had chicken tenders instead of fish.
Mm-hmm.
So you ate turf and turf.
Turf and turf.
She wanted the steak, but she didn't want the fish. So she said, can I get chicken tenders instead of the fish? The woman said, well, sure, honey.
They had dealt with somebody like me before, maybe.
Well, sure, honey.
And then we went to that one place. Where was that at? The thinnest catfish.
Oh, Lord.
Is that in Mississippi or Alabama
That was,
or New Orleans?
we went 50 miles out of the way for that because a friend of ours' sister wanted the world's thinnest catfish. And I don't even know where it was at now. But I'm thinking, do you have the world's thickest catfish? That's what I could get into.
You didn't taste the fish. It was so thin. You tasted more bread than you did fish.
Mm-hmm. It was thin. Well, this is good, Mama.
Oh, yeah. Somebody fill me a plate full of.
I just want you to eat good. That yellow's nice tastes extra good tonight.
It's because you was wanting it.
I just wanted it about 12 o'clock today. I was sitting there at my desk and I thought,
I couldn't get it to you then.
I thought I sure would like to have some Mama's y'all sweet tea. But I made it. Hello, John and Mama from Tarboro, North Carolina. Hi, Miss Brenda. How are you? Hey, Cricket. Hey, Cindy. How is Abby? Abby is... She's very good, but...
I had to scold her a while ago, though.
Mama's talked to her like a dog. I heard her. I said, why are you talking to that baby like that? But then when I found out what she was doing,
She got out in the road, going up the road.
I heard her holler, Abby, you get back here. You get over here. What are you doing? I said, Mama, why are you talking to that baby like that? And she said, well, your baby's in the road. Is why. She don't never get in the road. Well, we don't think she does. But
We don't see her.
I've never caught her in the road.
I did today.
And I said, well, she can't be in the road. She don't get, I mean, our road is which, you know, anything can happen, but our road is not a main thoroughfare. Usually people who travel on it go pretty reasonable. And it's usually our neighbors. So it's not a major.
It's just a loop road thing. It ain't a whole lot of traffic.
So it ain't like she's on an interstate or anything. Probably not a car comes through. We may have 12 cars every day, you know, in a day.
But she don't need to get used
She don't need to get used to it. I agree.
getting in the road and going
And
up.
she never really, I've never caught her in the road.
I scold her. She come running to me like I was going to give her a treat. But she didn't get no treat.
She really hasn't been scolded enough to know what scolding is.
She don't know. She thought I was holding her up for a treat.
She come to get a treat. She got one probably.
No, I wouldn't give her one.
I'll give her two later.
Because she was in the road. She didn't deserve one. I don't want her to think it's all right.
So, it's my fault. But you have to give her two treats for her to eat now.
I only give her one. She eats what I feed her.
So she comes up and she stands there. You can pour food out. And she'll look at it and go, thank you, but where's my treat? And so you have to give her a treat. And once she eats that treat, and she comes and asks for one more, I give her one more. And then she'll go to her bowl and eat.
You got her spoiled. You shouldn't do that. That's why she's putting on the poundage.
But she gets treats to eat. Does your dog get treats to eat? That's ridiculous, I know. And then she gets treats at any time I go and see her.
They said she wouldn't eat. They could see her now.
She needs a little treat. And I'm talking about a milk bone biscuit. Not
a little one, a medium size one.
What I do, I've got some smaller ones, and I've got some bigger ones, and I've got some that have got, they say beef gravy over them, and I'll just tell you, they look absolutely delicious.
They do look good.
They're a little bigger. So, I buy the big boxes of each, and I put them in a dish pan out here, and I rotate them up in that dish pan. And there's a whole dish pan full of them. And then I put them in an airtight Tupperware seal thing. And so then when I go out, I just reach in and whatever it is, she gets a surprise. So she might be eating the smaller ones, or she might get the medium ones, or she might get the gravy flavored ones, and they just rotate around. And then what I really call a special treat is when she gets pepperonis. And I like to give her one of those in the morning or right before bedtime. A pepperoni helps her sleep. I mean, that's common.
Helps her sleep.
And And then all through the day, when we go out or when she gets rides, them little ones that look like little cigars when she puts them in her mouth and runs around the yard, I got to get a picture of that. Then I've got some little flat ones, and I know some of y'all tell me watch out for her digestive. So far, she's had no problems, and I've researched them, and some of them could cause, they chew on them and then they get chunks, but these are just so little. I don't think she has any problem with
And
it.
she's so hungry. I mean, I believe it's where she got without food for so long.
That could be a moment. Could be she's a hungry pup.
She'll about eat her biscuit whole, her little dog treats whole.
Oh, she don't eat them. Huh? She cracks them.
The,
What she does, and it's cute, and she did it in the snow too. So you give her the treat, and she runs out under this tree, and she sits and holds them in her paws and gnaws on them. Then she comes back, but Mama don't realize she lays them down out there and comes back, hoping you'll give her another one. She ain't eat them that fast.
the UPS guy said she swallowed his.
Well, now when you hand them to her, she'll eat them little ones he gives her.
They are little.
She's just perfect. I mean, God has blessed us so much with her. Someone asked me the other day, was we still foster? And I said, no, she's claimed us and we've claimed her. We're her people. She's our fur baby. There's a certain amount of time, but the baby ain't coming back for her. But no, she's ours. You take an act of Congress. You take an act of Congress to get her now. Okay, what are y'all talking about? Was it Middendorf's near New Orleans? April, it could have been because we were going to New Orleans when we went there.
Yeah.
And it was about 30 miles off the interstate or something, and we come back, it was maybe 25, so it could have been that. Middendorf's.
Could have been.
That sounds like it, because I remember it was a word I couldn't.
It had like water around it and a dock.
It wasn't Billy Bob's or nothing. It was something like that couldn't keep in my head. April, you're probably right, but it was near New Orleans. That's where we were going for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, Mama John from Reno, Nevada.
Well, hello.
Hello, Michael. We've been to Reno. Looks delicious. If you have to make rude comments, leave. Oh, Ginger, does someone make a rude comment? The fish called Swahili from Walmart is good. Doesn't have a fishy taste. Mama? It's SWAI. Watching from Georgia. Hey, Linda. Georgia's mama's old stomping grounds. She used to go there a lot when she was a kid. Hi, John and Mama from Owensboro, Kentucky. Hey, Sherry. We have friends that live in Owensboro. Hey, Priscilla. Hi, John and Mama. Hey, Christy and Jerry Meek. Deb Owens from Alabama.
Yeah.
Looking for prayers for my niece. Her husband. Oh, no.
Her husband's sick or
Passed away.
Oh, bless her heart.
Vicky, I think that's who it's from. Prayers for your family. So it's from someone else. Vicky replied to Brenda. Miss Brenda, we'll be sending prayers. How sad. Oh, come on. Quit doing that. That's gonna... Karen says that's going to get worse.
I hope.
I don't know what they're talking about. Very cold in Michigan. Well, let me just tell you. So last night, we had 70, it had to be 70.
Yeah, it said 70. I looked at it.
The wind started a blow hard. The kind of wind that makes your roof pop. You know the kind I'm talking about if you live in a regular...
Sounds like them old westerns howling through the cabins.
It wasn't howling through, but you could hear the joist and the timbers popping because of the pressure on them. It blew hard.
Hear the wind chimes out there banging.
It was blowing so hard the wind chimes didn't chime. They were just blowing.
Blowing.
I mean, it was pretty serious. Straight line winds. And a lot of places around here had tornado warnings and watches today, and they had bad storms and trees were down. But the wind blew, it rained, it rained hard today. And then a cold front come through, and it is 39 degrees. 70 this time last night, 39 tonight. And it'll get colder. And there's a chill in the air. When I went into work this morning, it was comfortable and wonderful. When I came out, I thought, ooh, it's cold. It was cold. You could use the heater coming home.
You say a little nip in the air.
There was a nip in the air.
A little nip.
And I really wasn't expecting it. But let me say this. I've been telling y'all, don't be fooled with 70s in February or March or April in East Tennessee. They will get you every time. They'll lure you in, especially that April weather. And right now, on my way home, yards, fields, hills was full of jonquils or Easter lilies.
Our pasture over here on the end is full of...
Our fields are got several popping. Beautiful. And you think, well, it's beautiful. It's spring. It's coming. Even in April, you'll get those beautiful warm weeks. And we'll think, oh, plant. Don't you fool. Don't you be fooled. Mother's Day is usually our kickoff for it is spring. But we'll get cold weather in April.
It's getting summertime by Mother's Day.
We had one of our biggest snows in April. Yeah. March, you're going to get weird weather in March here. I'm anxious Friday to see how it comes in. Because, March, if it comes in like a lamb, it'll go out like a lion. If it comes in like a lion, it'll go out like a lamb, they say.
Well, I think February, January, and December barred for March this year because it's been windy this whole...
Well, and that's what I was saying. This is March winds.
Mm-hmm. And then if in April, if it stays windy, April varies from March too. It makes it windy.
So we cold again. We could use some heat tonight. We've had the heat on ever since. We are those people, and I told Mama the other day, I said, is there ever a transition point with us? There never is. We go from heat till the next day we flip into air conditioning. And maybe that night we'll go back to heat. In fact, I usually set it on auto, and it'll go heat, air, maybe 2 or 3 times in the same day because it gets hot and it gets cold. But it seems like there's always something running.
Now, I would slack off and not run the air conditioner so soon.
Well, if it gets up to 90 degrees and it's hot in here.
Well, it don't
But,
get up to
well, we
90.
do the heat the same way, though. I'd slack off and not use it much.
Yeah.
But the thing is it's not just us, it's the weather. Really. This morning it was in the 70s, and tonight it's in the 30s. And that's just the weather in East Tennessee. It's that extreme from one point to the other. There's been many mornings when I lived in other places and didn't have a garage that I'd get up and scrape ice and have to fill with the car, warm it up, and that evening I come home with the air conditioning blasting and run by and wash my car because it was such a pretty afternoon. Yeah, it's extreme. You can get all seasons in one day.
That says I'm ready for the week. A little old cartoon thing for Tennessee says it's got its overcoat and mittens, its flip-flops, and its swimsuit. Shorts and long pants.
Eunice says, do you ever see my message? I'm sending it right now, Eunice. I don't know if I've seen it before or not. If I ever said, hey, on here to you. If I did, if I haven't, I didn't see it. So, hey, Eunice, we're seeing you right now. Dinner looks fabulous. Well, hey, Deb. That sounds yummy. Hi, John and Mama from Andersonville, Georgia.
Well, I don't know.
Hey,
where that's
Patricia.
at.
I don't think I do either. All right, folks. We're not going to keep you. We upscaled some leftovers a little bit.
And they were good.
And it was a good meal. Very good.
Better than let them go.
Exactly. You got anything to add tonight, Mama?
No, being good today.
I don't think you have.
What?
I've seen a few things since I come home that indicated to me you weren't good.
Oh, 'cause I was on my ladders.
I could tell when the top shelves in the cabinets are rearranged. There was a ladder involved.
Oh yeah, 'cause I can't reach them.
But I've not questioned it. After I come home, she had both legs. I fear the Lord blessed her. And I just didn't mention it.
Thank you.
But when you get on here and say, I've been good, I'm like, I have seen evidence to the contrary. And I've not even looked hard. I just seen you open that cabinet a while ago, and I thought, she's rearranged that whole cabinet, and it's the top shelf.
Right. You have to start from the bottom, go to the top when you're straightening up and fixing, making room.
You have to climb a ladder.
Yeah, 'cause I'm too short.
At least once a day.
That was more than once to get that straightened up and cleaned up.
Now, the doctor did tell you to stay off ladders. You remember that?
Yeah, but a little step ladder.
I asked her, and she said...
A ladder's a ladder, I know it.
And I said, does the first step count? And she looked at me funny.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm asking because she says it don't. And she looked at Mama and she said,
Yeah, it does.
ladders are ladders, and the first step counts. I've got doctor's orders that says that. But she, well, I don't have, I don't have them. She just said that.
I'm good most of the time.
Just like a kid. I'm good except when I'm not.
Like Dennis DeMenis was. He said, I was doing real good until I got into trouble.
And that's the reason when she stumbles backwards, you know, not falling, but she'll like, whoa, I lost my balance. And I said, oh, quick, let me go get a ladder. You do real good on now.
I have done good on it today.
And she said, oh, quit being hateful. And I said, I'm just thinking, if you do so good on ladders, if you're having trouble on the flat floor, maybe we should put you on a ladder today.
See, my mind don't say that I'm 75 and can't climb my ladder. It says, you need to get this done, and you do it. And I go ahead and do it. It's all my mind's fault.
Me and your mind needs to have a talk. Your
I
mind
hope
needs,
it's available.
your mind needs to try to quit talking you into stuff.
Mm-hmm. It says, that looks awful. You need to clean that cabinet out.
Well, next time say, Mind, do you think I should wait till John gets home?
Oh, I can't talk back to it. Like talking back to my mom. I would never do that.
Or maybe your mind could say, you clean the bottom shelf, and when he gets home, you tell him to clean the top two.
Then I don't feel like it's done.
You see, I'm trying. Folks, find you something good to eat, make you some memories, enjoy yourself. It won't be but another week or so, mid-March, somewhere in there, we're going to set that time forward. And you're going to get another hour of daylight. Now, right now at 7:18, it's dark out there.
Oh, yeah.
And it was dark at 7. But in another couple of weeks...
Oh, I stopped yesterday to get onion sets and some, and they didn't have them yet. Said he had them ordered, but they hadn't come in yet. So as soon as I can get them, I'm going to put me some onions.
It's planting time.
Yeah.
For some things, but not everything. Be careful. But in just a week or two, we're going to get some more daylight, and it'll be 7 o'clock, it'll be daylight. Like it is at 6 o'clock now here, it's going to be 7 o'clock. And then for long, it's just going to keep getting longer and longer. And till we get to, we still got a faint light at 9:20. It's still daylight here at 9:30ish. That's when we used to come in at dark. So I remember it was 9:30, time to come in, get his shower, and go to bed because you had to go to school.
Excuse me.
You all right, Mama?
Yeah.
All right, folks, we're going to say good night. Thank you for being with us. Y'all are so kind for putting up with us, for one thing.
That's right.
And I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday and have a wonderful Thursday tonight.
Rest of
Have a
the
good
week.
Wednesday. Tomorrow, have a good Thursday. Good Friday. And the weekend, you can see it from here. If you squint like this and hold your glasses just right, you can see the weekend.
It's a coming.
Y'all have a blessed night. Say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.